Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. We're taking a quick look here at WorldCoin, seeing what's going on. I got a lot of requests for this one here recently. One of my admins also pointed out to me it's an interesting one. He's able to take some good profits on a short, but we're going to see if there is potential for long. Now, based on Elliot Wave, there is definitely some serious potential for further upside, but we'll talk about that and much more. And if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I love to teach people to trade. I truly hope you can learn something here today. Also keep in mind as well, when you're trading coins like this or doing analysis on a coin like this, with limited data gives you limited results, right? And the larger the time frame, the better, more secure or relevant the data is. So just note, we're going to be looking at the 1 hour or 1 hour, 4 hour, 15 minutes, somewhere in that range there. So we're not going to have a tremendous amount of data. Okay, keep that in mind. History determines the future, and a lot of times with less history, you have less potential for safer future potential. Does that make sense? I hope that does, because that's the whole concept here, is to make sure that you learn a little bit more about becoming a better trader. If you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below where I'll learn and grow together. It's a really cool experience. We've got a Discord community, a trading signals, as well as a trading university where I teach you how to trade. So check that all out. That's all linked down below. Last thing too, of course, make sure we only got a couple days left here on this. July 31st is the cutoff date here for the new users getting the bonus of 150 for BingX, and there's no VPN or KYC required, so fantastic exchange. Thank you so much for just being able to help our community members out. BingX, greatly appreciate that. The main reason why I say that is because KuCoin, what BitGet, as well as Bybit, all required KYC this year, so our US and otherwise Canadian members, a lot of them got impacted by that, so we got a good transition here. I do have a copy trading account there as well. Okay, so with WorldCoin here, what we want to do is talk about a few things first of all. So 4 hour time frame, we're going to work our way down. We can pull up some Fibonacci retracement levels from the most recent high to the most recent low and kind of see roughly where we're at here in the overall sense of things. Because again, with smaller time frames, I feel that Fibonacci retracement levels are impactful. Correction, not smaller time frames, smaller data, less data, effectively, new coins. You want to use something along those lines because, again, we're working within these measures, so you can see pretty obvious right here at the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. We've got this resistance level here at about $2.96. Okay, so it's retested that 4 hour candles in a row, almost 20 hours in a row. Great chance we're going to break to the upside because of that. Okay, again, that's not the only reason, but that is absolutely something that is pretty consistent when you look at coins, right? So that being said, strong resistance there, but also very strong likelihood for the price to break through, considering it's been retesting that for some time. We can see RSI here kind of telling us that we're above 50 and below 70, more so on the bullish side of things. Okay, so again, more potential for further upside. Stochastic is swinging down, or we have a potential divergence here, so keep in mind there is possibility of the price action coming back down. I think it's less likely though, because we're above 50 in the RSI. We got that resistance level there that we've been retesting. And again, if you have an ascending type of trend like this, for example, the more likelihood of breaking up because we derive from the bottom. Okay, so that's just kind of a candlestick pattern that you see pretty consistent. Taking a look at the moving averages here as well. All we have is a 20-day SMA on the 4 hour. We can see we're above that also. Okay, so that does reaffirm that this 0.382 at $2.23 is a likely support level. So the price does pull back. Decent chance we're going to see that increase from there. Okay? So again, there's more statistical probability of the price going up than down at this point. Taking a look at the 1 hour, let's go ahead and just double check a couple things. Ichimoku cloud telling us we broke above the cloud and we're in good shape there in that sense. Okay, so we've got the lagging span, free and clear price action, conversion line above the baseline, and we're above the cloud. Okay? Basically just telling us that we're above some key level resistances, we have good momentum, and we haven't come to a stop yet. So truth be told, if the price goes sideways for another 12 to 24 hours and we don't break through this resistance level, we can expect the price to go down. Between now and then, if the price does continue to increase and retest this level, there's a stronger chance we're going to see the price move up than down from here. Okay, so again, I think statistical probabilities are higher to go up than down based on what we've seen so far. Taking a look at some history of overextension. Let's go ahead and just see kind of how this coin has behaved. So we take a look back here, we came up to a 7, got a reset back up to a 9. And then once we hit our second overextension, for lack of better terms, the price action continued to make lower lows and lower highs until it hit an overextended state. At that point, it returns itself around, comes back up to a 9 here on TD sequential, and effectively has continued up to a second 9. Okay, so we're up to another 7 here. So in essence, we are overextending ourselves to the upside too. So you got to recognize that overextending yourself in either direction can lead to a turnaround. So based off overextension alone, we're getting close to the end of this potential run here. So there's a chance that the price could very well pull back here to 0.382 and leg up from there. I think that would be probably a stronger likelihood than the price just emerging and shooting up from here. But once again, maybe a good consideration to average your price out, current price, and then of course have a second entry at about 225 just to be on the safe side. Okay, so again, if you're planning to go long, that's roughly what I would do. I'd have multiple entries. That's kind of the style that I like to take myself personally. And again, obviously take profits and then let the rest ride. Again, there's a lot of different strategies, little different thoughts there, but generally speaking, that's roughly where we're at. So in the overall sense of things, we can see that we're fairly bullish on the larger time frame, the 4-hour. We're above a key level support level based on 50 on the RSI and the 20-day set moving average. We can also see here as well that we are looking pretty darn good here on the hourly, minus a little bit of overextension. Now, overextension doesn't matter too much because in a lot of ways, when you have an overextension on a shorter time frame here or with less data, it doesn't matter as much based on that, based on it just alone, right? What is important is these Fibonacci levels here and the fact that it keeps retesting this and is more likely to break to the upside. So I personally feel like we're going to see further correction to the upside. Now let's take one last look here at the Elliot wave that I kind of opened with, kind of letting you know roughly what this is. Now, Elliot wave is awesome. I personally like it a lot. Some people kind of mock the fact that it can't be used on altcoins, which is untrue. It can be used on any coin, honestly. It is a very good, reliable indicator. Okay, so again, it's just mostly a pattern. And what it does, it establishes 3 higher highs and 2 higher lows, which we see here. Takes its most lowest point, hits 3 highs. It'll always pull back to have a second higher low, essentially what we see there. So that's a full pattern. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It always follows itself in most cases with an ABC pattern to follow. Okay, so in other words, we got a lower high and 2 lower lows. Okay, so you can see that there. That phase is complete. Now we're taking a look at the new phase here. So far, we've legged up with a higher high, 2 higher highs and 2 higher lows. We're due for one more higher high that will be at least higher than this current point here. So the next higher high should be higher than 235. Okay, and based on Fibonacci here, if we go ahead and draw this out, we can see pretty clear that the levels here, and I'll go ahead and send this out on my BingX as well as my Twitter. You can kind of see the potential playout charts. There's a decent chance we're going to see this 0.618, 1 and 1.618 retested. Or not retested necessarily, because that would be an all-time high if we go all the way up there. But generally speaking, we are looking at a situation where the price action is more likely to increase than decrease at this given time. Again, you combine this with the support levels and key level resistances that we are not there yet, there's a great chance we're going to see, at the very least, 243, likely potential 255 to retest the most recent high, and of course, break the all-time high at 275. Those are distinct probabilities here. Again, more probability for upside than downside. Once again, when you're doing analysis, you are just essentially kind of trying to figure out, statistical probability in either direction. So at this point, I think it's very safe to say that the odds are in our favor. The price will increase first before it decreases later. Okay. So again, so just my thoughts there. Again, you can find all this on our Twitter account here. Of course, I send out these updates pretty consistently. I have a Telegram as well if that's more your style. And then same thing as well, of course, on BingX, I have basically a situation here where I got a feed, and you can kind of follow me there if you'd like. So again, all different ways of helping you get where you need to go. So ideally, this was a benefit for you. If it was, comment below. Let me know if you like what you see here. Obviously, like, follow, subscribe on our YouTube. Greatly appreciate that. And of course, you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below. I look forward to working with you. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon.